In this video, you are going to learn how to divide a polynomial by another polynomial using long division. I am going to do these three problems. Note that to do the long division, both the polynomials should be in the descending powers of x. For example, in this polynomial, if you look at the power of x, you have 3, 2, 1 and the constant. So this polynomial is in the descending powers of x. In this polynomial, you have 2, 1. So this is also in the descending order. If your polynomial is not in the descending order, you need to rewrite in that order before doing the long division. We need to divide this polynomial by this polynomial. Let us divide. Put this polynomial inside and this polynomial outside. Now take this first term and divide this by this first term is equal to 12 divided by 4 is 3, x cubed divided by x is x squared. Now you need to put this here. Next you need to multiply 3x squared and this polynomial. So multiply 3x squared and 4x. 3 times 4 is 12. X squared times x is x cubed. Next multiply 3x squared and 3. 3 times 3 is 9 plus 9 times x squared. Next you need to subtract this from this. To subtract, you change the sign of these terms and add. This is positive, so change this to negative. This is also positive, change this to negative. Now add 12x cubed minus 12x cubed is 0, so you can cancel these out. 29x squared minus 9x squared is 20x squared. Now bring this term down and put it here. Now take this first term and divide this by this 4x. So you need to repeat these steps. Is equal to 20 divided by 4 is 5. X squared divided by x is x. Now you need to add these here. Now multiply 5x and 4x. 5 times 4 is 20 times x is x squared, and multiply 5x and 3. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 15 times x. Now change the sign of these terms. This is positive, change this to negative. This is also positive, change this to negative. Now add 20x squared minus 20x squared, you can cancel out. Plus 7x minus 15x is negative 8x. Now bring this term down. Now take this first term and divide by 4x is equal to negative 8 divided by 4 is negative 2. Cancel out x and x. Add this here. Next multiply negative 2 and 4x. You get negative 8x. Now multiply negative 2 and positive 3. You get negative 6. Now change the sign of these terms. This is negative, change this to positive. This is also negative, change this to positive. Now add negative 8x plus 8x is 0, so you can cancel these out. Negative 2 plus 6 is positive 4. So you got a number. This is the remainder and this is the quotient. Now this polynomial divided by this polynomial is equal to, write the quotient plus the remainder divided by the divisor. This is the final answer. This is the next problem. We need to divide this polynomial by this polynomial. Let us divide, put this polynomial inside and this polynomial outside. Now take this first term and divide by this first term is equal to 25 divided by 5 is 5. X cubed divided by x squared is x. Now put this here. Next you need to multiply 5x and 5x squared. 5 times 5 is 25. X times x squared is x cubed. Now multiply 5x and negative 2x. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. X times x is x squared. Now change the sign. This is positive. Change this to negative. This is negative. Change this to positive. Now add 25x cubed minus 25x cubed is 0. So you can cancel this out. Negative 45x squared plus 10x squared is negative 35x squared. Now bring this down. Now take this first term and divide by 5x squared is equal to negative 35 divided by 5 is negative 7. Cancel out x squared and x squared. Now add this here. Next multiply negative 7 and 5x squared. Negative 7 times 5 is negative 35 times x squared. Now multiply negative 7 and negative 2x. Negative 7 times negative 2 is positive 14 times x. Now change the sign. This is negative, change this to positive. This is positive, change this to negative. Now add negative 35x squared plus 35x squared is 0. So cancel this out. Positive 29x minus 14x is 15x. Now bring this term down. Now you have x here, here x squared. So you cannot divide this by this. If you divide, you get an x in the denominator. So you need to stop here. Now this is the remainder and this is the quotient. So this polynomial divided by this polynomial is equal to, write the quotient plus the remainder divided by the divisor. This is the answer. This is the last problem. We need to divide this polynomial by x minus 4. If you look at this polynomial, you have x cubed, x squared and the constant. There is no x term. The x term is missing. If your term is missing, you need to add that term with 0 coefficient. So we need to add an x term with 0 coefficient. Let us divide. Write this. Now add the x term with 0 coefficient plus 13. Now put this outside. Now take the first term, divide by this first term is equal to 2. X cubed divided by x is x squared. Now put this here. Next multiply 2x squared and x. You get 2x cubed. Now multiply 2x squared and negative 4. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8 times x squared. Now change the sign. This is positive. Change this to negative. This is negative, change this to positive. Now add 2x cubed minus 2x cubed is 0. Negative 9x squared plus 8x squared is negative x squared. Now bring this term down. Now take this first term divided by x is equal to negative x squared divided by x is negative x. Now add this here. Next multiply negative x and x. You get a negative x squared. Now multiply negative x and negative 4. You get a positive 4x. Now change the sign. Negative x squared. Change this to positive x squared. Positive 4x. Change this to negative. Now add negative x squared plus x squared is 0. So cancel this. Now this is 0 minus 4x is negative 4x. Now bring this down. Now take this first term divided by x. X cancel out is equal to negative 4. Now add this here. Next multiply negative 4 and x. You get negative 4x. And multiply negative 4 and negative 4. You get a positive 16. Now change the sign. This is negative 4x. Change this to positive. This is positive. Change this to negative. Now add negative 4x plus 4x is 0. So cancel this out. Positive 13 minus 16 is negative 3. So this is the remainder and this is the quotient. So this polynomial divided by this polynomial is equal to, write the quotient. The remainder is negative. So you need to subtract. Now 3 divided by x minus 4. This is the answer.